Hey guys, how's it going? As you can see from the title, this is kind of a deviation from videos that I create. Just want to get it out there that this is not clickbait in any way, shape, or form. I have all the paperwork here. I'm going to go over it all. So my car had its pre-purchase inspection done when it was for sale, and unfortunately it came back $15,000. So let's jump right into it. I'll show you what they found wrong with the car, things that they said that I should absolutely fix, things that I kind of expected and told the seller when it was for sale, and then kind of where we go from here. So yeah, $14,835.23. I mean, you can see, right? I don't know if this is gonna focus. Right there. I'm gonna throw it up on the screen so you guys can see it, but I'm just gonna kind of go over the more important things. So first off, needs brakes, front and back, replace pads and rotors, needs a battery replacement. Never had a problem with the battery. As you can see, they basically just say because it's exceeded its service life. Not really sure on that one. Have never had a problem with it. Actually, that's a lie. I did have the one instance where I was getting a low battery warning. It turns out that it was something else in the car. It just kind of went away. Hasn't been a problem since the spring. So, you know, age of the battery, I mean, I guess you could replace it. Don't really need to. Lower engine to body grounding strap. So that is actually the ground strap that comes from the engine and then attaches to the actual body of the car. If that corrodes, your car will not start. So that's important. Drive belts and tensioners, had a third party look at it. No problem with them. Splash shields, those things rip off every time you go over like a low curb, not a curb, but a low speed bump, dip in the road. You know, my M3 guys can tell you that at some point you're gonna rip those things off. Turner actually sells a aluminum skid plate that I've really been wanting to get. It's about $500. You know, install it myself or have someone else do it. It's gonna be a little bit more. Tires, I was selling it in the fall. They're saying it needs summer tires. I thought that was kind of funny. Four-wheel alignment for $300. I called around and I should be able to get it done for $70 back when I was selling the car. So what I did was I actually took, you know, this whole list here, and I essentially, you know, met with the seller, or excuse me, the buyer, and was like, here's all the stuff that BMW is saying is wrong with it. Here's the things that I think are actually important, and, you know, let's go ahead and get those fixed, or take some money, you know, basically, you know, take the price of the car, lower it down, and give them to, you know, give them for that difference. So, I mean, everything here seemed pretty straightforward, albeit expensive. However, the one thing in particular that I absolutely loved was my car didn't pass inspection. And they said it was because it had an aftermarket exhaust. Turns out the reason was because Massachusetts changed how the inspections work and essentially hit me with non-conforming exhaust because they actually, you know, basically went up underneath the car and they could see that it was not a an OEM exhaust. No codes, no errors, no smells, but it is what it is. However, they said that the center pipe exhausts are damaged from road. Looked under the car, there was nothing. But the thing that blew me away, and where more than a third of this comes from, is $5,500 for the X-pipe. I paid $6,000, or excuse me, I should have paid $6,000 for the IPE exhaust, full race exhaust front to back, with valves, and just the X-pipe they wanted $5,500 for it. Now, I didn't make this video to bitch about dealerships. I know that they have markups, but the thing is, when you're selling a vehicle and a person wants to do a PPI, I'm not saying be shady. If there's something wrong with your car, by all means, get it fixed or disclose it in the sale. But push back if they want to do it at a dealership, because, you know, like as you can see, I'll go ahead and put it up on the screen. You guys can see it. All these different prices, you just go down this list, are just insane. You know, and then when it's all said and done, you can do a lot of these things yourself. You know, you saw my previous video, I'll go ahead and put a link up in the card, you should see it right over here, for changing the battery. So I decided to change the battery because, you know, they wanted, what is it, $480. I picked it up at AutoZone for $180. I installed it myself. They gave me back, I think it was like $20 core charge. So $160 all in, maybe about an hour and a half Friday night. You know, so saved a bunch of money there. A bunch of this stuff I ordered from FCP Euro, so I got the brakes, I have the engine ground strap. That was it on this list. I have some other stuff I have to do as well. I think the funniest thing on here was that they were pleased to supply me with a loaner vehicle, and that they washed my vehicle when I explicitly have in my actual account, do not wash my vehicle. I do it myself. And I don't trust dealerships. I had my Acura, they scratched it to hell. I had to fight with them. The amount of money that this would cost to actually fix, which was kind of funny because I had the vehicle listed for, I think it was like $32,500 or somewhere around there. And this is just over half of the vehicle's actual, not even value, but half of the vehicle's sale price. The good news is that I'm keeping the car. This PPI was not the reason I'm keeping the car. I'm keeping the car because, originally I was gonna be selling the car to basically get into a new business endeavor with my wife. We sat down, really thought about it, said, is this the right thing to do? I really enjoy the car, and I like making videos, albeit driving. Although, right now it is, 14 degrees outside, so not the best time to drive. But at the end of the day, I wanted to keep the car, so I am. Really, the point of this video is, one, I had to share this with you because this is just hilarious. Two, I wanted to check out the new office setup, which it seems to be working pretty well for recording. I'm actually shooting with the 24mm lens on the M6 body, and then I have the Rode Video Micro off to the side, and it seems to be working out pretty good. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I appreciate you guys checking it out. Thank you so much to the subscribers. Just hit 850 subscribers. I think actually a little bit more than that now. So close to 1,000. It's, in the grand scheme of things, it's small, but at the same time, it's a huge milestone for the channel. So I'm super excited to get to that. Really pushing to get to it by the end of the year. Let's see if we can make that happen. So as always, please subscribe if you're new here. Like the video. Comment if you have any questions, or you just provide your comments on what I think is the funniest PPI that I've personally seen, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.